Namaste, yogis. Most people are full of shit. They just are. And if you think about it, you notice those things and it just kind of is normal because everybody's doing it. So let's go over some things and some ways that people are full of shit. Okay. So there's all these ladies out here, not to point any fingers because that may have been a past life of my own, will wear really, really cute shoes. Like some cute, like sexy heels, and they hurt the fuck out of your feet. Like make you want to throw your shoe at someone after you wear them for over a certain amount of time. Yeah? Okay, so choosing cute over feeling good. Okay, so what about those times where it may have been a little cold, but you really wanted to wear something like super cute, and you're like, oh, okay, well, this jacket doesn't match, or, I just, like, this outfit doesn't really call for this other thing, so I'm gonna wear it anyway and just be cold. I'll only be outside for how much time? And, go through all of that calculation. Have you ever known someone that did that? Okay, so people are full of shit when it comes to taking care and prioritizing how they feel. Okay, so what about the times where it's been like, okay, well, can you do something for me? And in your head, you're like, no, I don't really want to do that. And then in your mouth is saying, yeah, okay, I'll have that for you. And you immediately regret agreeing to it. When you're doing that thing, you are, feeling not happy, not good, not satisfied, not fulfilled. And you ignoring, you're prioritizing other people over your feelings. Yep, that's full of shit. Okay, so what about the times where you've been in a place or at a location where there was food, maybe somebody's house, maybe a restaurant, and you knew that this type of food hurts your stomach or gives you bad gas or doesn't feel good later or whatever, insert fill in the blank, and you still ate it anyway? And later you were like, yeah, or you couldn't remember why your stomach was hurting later. Yeah, you prioritizing in that moment being social or being lazy, and you're putting that over making an investment in how you feel later. Full of shit. Okay, so what about that time when you said you were going to do something for yourself and something came up for somebody else and you did that instead of doing the thing that you said that you were going to do for you? You're prioritizing what other people want, need, whatever they have going on over what you promised to yourself. Yeah, you're full of shit. When you are full of shit, you can't bullshit yourself. When you know that you're full of shit, even if you don't think about it consciously, like, oh, I lied to myself so much. I say I'm going to do things and I don't do them for myself so much. Even though you're not having that conversation, your brain, your body is still feeling those things. It's still remembering that muscle memory that every time you had the option to choose something else or someone else over yourself, you did that. And it's not a fault of yours. It can be a place of growth and opportunity because there are, in our culture, a lot of things that taught us to ignore ourselves and put that like a little bit of shittiness up in us. Okay, so let me give you some examples. When I was younger, a teenager, I remember this very clearly. My mom said something to me. So maybe I don't remember as clearly as I thought. She said something, or maybe I just don't want to tell you what she said. She said something to me, and I felt like, you know how they say some type of way. I felt pressure, I felt tense, And in response to that feeling, I did this. Now, while you can be thinking a couple things, what was actually physically happening, energetically happening, I was letting go of some tension. And in our culture, it is automatically seen as rude to sigh in response to something that takes place, especially if your parent has said something to you. And so I internalized my experience in that moment to mean that it wasn't okay to express myself, to relieve tension in my own body, to trust my own intuition, and even to be true to what I actually feel. Let me give you another one. I grew up in the church, as some of you may have. And I remember being told, I don't care how you feel, I don't care what's going on at home, that, needs to stay at home. Put on your best clothes and your best smile and hug everybody there, even the people you don't like. Maybe they didn't say even the people you don't like, but when you showed up and there was someone there that you didn't like, if you didn't hug them, they're like, girl, go hug that person. Okay? Male, female, whatever, it doesn't matter. You didn't want to, and then that was forced upon you. What that does is that teaches you a couple things. And I internalize that to mean that how I feel is not as important as what other people think is happening. How I feel is not as important as perception. Number 2 is that I can have some fucked up shit going on. As long as it don't look like I got fucked up shit going on, we're good. Number 3, it taught me to not trust my intuition about people. It's to second guess. Like, well, maybe I need to, do this for this person anyway, because I was taught to, treat everybody similarly, even though I might have had a different intuitive response. Okay. And so those are the types of things that are happening in our culture that we can change through yoga. Those are the things that you can be aware of. That's what it starts with first. We're not trying to become perfect. We're just bringing awareness and relationship to how we respond in our everyday life, who we are, how we show up. And so as a yoga teacher, as a yoga leader, as a yoga lover, I invite you to take that positive view of whatever you're working through right now into being aware of what's actually happening, how you respond to the situation, and even think back, like, when was I taught this? When did I learn this? Maybe even inadvertently. When did I internalize this lesson so that I can create a shift? I can change the narrative in my own brain with neuroplasticity. And that's not something that immediately happens. It's something that you can do over and over and over and over and build it like muscle memory until the point where when you feel stressed, when you look at those shoes and they're gonna hurt your feet, you have no problems letting that shit go and picking some comfortable shoes. Or you just prioritize how you feel when it comes to eating food. You prioritize how you feel when it comes to other people and trusting your intuition. And as a yoga teacher, when you can internalize and act upon those things, you get to build the awareness. Because, and what I was saying at the beginning, and I hinted at, and I'll tell you the different strands of it now, is that many people won't do yoga because they've been told something about it. Many of our people, they won't do yoga because they've been told something about it. And nothing you can really say is going to change that. They have that feeling. What you can do is show up, is to be in a space of connectedness and relationship with yourself that allows people to see the effects of the yoga. So I'm not saying, oh, you have to do yoga, do yoga, do yoga, do yoga, do yoga. If you're my friend, you do yoga. If you're my cousin, you need to do yoga. I'm not doing that. What I am doing is showing up in the spaces to be seen, because I'm also showing up for myself. That's first, because I gotta specify that, because I was taught to prioritize outward. So we're showing up for self, then we're showing up outward effortlessly, not in a show off way, but we're being authentic. If you're really feeling good, then let it be known that you feel good. If there are days of challenge, it's okay to have days of challenge. I still have days of challenge. So show up, shine up. That came to my head. That's kind of fun. Show up and shine. And that is what is going to get people to asking you, oh, Alicia, you've been in such a good mood lately. What are you doing differently? Oh, Alicia, you've been smiling a lot lately. What is going on? Oh, Alicia, you've been so nice to everybody. What are you doing? And those are the types of conversations that people will internalize because they initiated that conversation. They're asking you, what is the secret? Tell me what are you doing differently? You're losing weight, you're glowing, you're whatever. You're in a happy space as opposed to how you were when I knew you back in the day. What is it? And that is how you share yoga. That is how you spread world peace through inner peace, because people can see that inner peace on the outside that you built on the inside. And they want that. They want that, but they're not going to go for that until it looks attractive enough. And they're not going to go for that until they're in pain enough. So people are either motivated by pain or motivated by pleasure. And so it either looks so attractive that they like, I have to have this, or they feel so much pain where they are that they have to make the change. So either way, you showing up authentically with your internal practice shining outward is how the work is done. So you now know the mission. Keep showing up. World peace through inner peace. Namaste, my yogis, and I will see you in the next video. Oh shoot, I forgot to tell you about the 5-day challenge. 5-day virtual yoga event challenge. Okay, so what the deal is that many people have thought yoga teachers don't make money. And so as a yoga teacher, it always seemed like a side thing. It's like, okay, well, I'm gonna do this work that pays the bills and then yoga on the side. Well, what happens, what's possible if you're able to share yoga on those times where you usually were doing the things that paid the bills and then the yoga actually paid the bills? That would be so nice, right? So for me, I was not able to pay my bills teaching until I started hosting virtual yoga events. Okay, virtual yoga events are like a game changer, okay? And I'm gonna show you how to create a plan. So the first step is to get an idea. The challenge is going to teach you how to create a plan. So if you already have an idea, great. If you don't already have an idea, I have a list of 77 event ideas that you can choose from. And each of those ideas has additional like thought provoker things in there. Like it gives you more options for ideas. So you'll get your ideas, then we're going to make your plan, and then you can start to show up in the world as the leader in the yoga space. And that is what I want for you, because I want to see all of us win, sis. All of us win, because when we win, that means there's more yoga in the world. And that's what it's all about. World peace through inner peace. Now the video is officially over, and I'll see you in the next video.